Hello, welcome to the Santacruz Zoo Foundation. My name is Nathaly Jurado Gonzalez. I am a veterinarian and training coordinator here at the foundation. We are located in San Antonio del Tequendama. This is a cloud forest, and we have several species that we will talk about throughout the program. His name is Bookie. He is approximately 4 years old. He arrived due to wildlife trafficking, mostly for relocation, because of all the problems that are being experienced in the Magdalena Medio, hippos that are found in all this area. Approximately right now at the moment we have 90 individuals that are destroying our Colombian fauna. For this reason we support what is relocation. He was one of the first relocations that were made of these hippos, of these individuals. He arrived approximately 3 years ago, when he was still a baby. At that time he is a juvenile individual. They get to live in captivity between 40-45 years, and at this moment he is weighing the ton. They get to weigh, already in their adult stage, the 4 tons, the adult males. Well, at this time we are going to talk about the part of animal training, operant conditioning, which helps us to have, and to be able to perform medical procedures without the need to sedate an animal. We never do it for demonstrative purposes or confines of talking to people, as no, this is done for show purposes. If not more than everything is done for the medical part, the clinical part, preventive part. In hippos what happens, is that the fangs get to grow a lot adult stage, free life, they wear them out. They fight with males, wear them with logs, and attack other animals because they are very territorial. However, in captivity we must always help them to wear their fangs. For that reason the training with him is done with that purpose, to keep his mouth open for a minute, more than a minute, to be able in the future to file fangs. Because here he has all the tools to do it. But the problem is that he does not has enough that have free life, to get to do it by himself. Then we have to file it ourselves. Likewise, with him we also perform weighings, with operant conditioning without sedation. We perform ear checks, eye checks, paw checks, blood tests, wound treatments, because he is still very small, and it is like when we are growing teeth, we feel discomfort, he starts biting and biting things, sometimes he gets small lacerations, and due to operant conditioning, what we do is to perform these treatments for him. So if you want, I am going to give you a demonstration of how the training is with him. We always use the animal's favorite food for training. His favorite food in this case is the carrot, or lettuce. Normally whenever they do a behavior that we want we give the prize. Then he opens his mouth, I tell him very well, and I proceed to give him his reinforcement, that would be the carrot. We never do it with punishment, we never hit them, nothing, but everything is, with the conditioning itself. If he wants to come closer, he does it. If he does not want to come closer, we do not force him. The training with him, as I was saying, is to keep his mouth open, so he always does it with the command open. He touches my hand with his upper lip, and normally, I start touching his fangs, I start, touch, very good. And immediately I always reinforce. When I am training a new behavior, what I do is to give a much bigger reward. If at this moment I give him a carrot, or half a carrot, when a new behavior is being trained, so that he will continue to do it in the future, I always give 2 carrots, I give 3 carrots, or a bigger element that he likes the most, a lettuce, a watermelon, or so on. At this moment, he allows himself to touch his fangs, he allows himself to touch the fangs with a rope, assimilating a guaya, which is the one we use to file and cut fangs, and when they are adults, he allows himself to touch the paws, touch the ears, touch the eyes, touch the palate, and perform the treatments, as I have told you.
Abre.
Open.
Toco. Ven. Toco.
Very well. They are very aggressive animals because they are wildlife, never, because they may be in human contact, but we should never trust, and for this reason it is always done with protected contact. We have the railing, we are never with him, because they are very territorial and can become very aggressive.
Ven acá.
Come here.
Abre.
Open.
Toco.
Touch.
Ven acá.
Touch. Come here. Open.
Toco.
Touch.
Toco.
Touch.
Toco.
Touch eyes.
Toco orejas.
Touch ears.
Muy bien.
Very good.
Bien
Good
hecho.
done. We always try to have trust with the animal, that the animal trusts us, and we also have the trust and the bond with them. When the animal trusts us, it gets closer to us, and it does things for pleasure and not because it is its turn to do them. He knows that he is going to have a reward, whenever the training is finished, or whenever I ask him for a command and he does it. They are never forced to do anything they do not want to do. If they let themselves take blood samples, they let themselves perfectly, because they know that this little prick will generate something afterwards. Something good afterwards, which is a reinforcement, a reward. We use reinforcements such as food, water, in his case he loves to take a bath, so we have a shower, yes. Preferred foods, as I was saying, also games, caresses, environmental enrichments that I will be talking about soon. Always with the same ration that he has. Because we cannot give him too much of his diet due to overweight issues, or issues that he may suffer from other things later on. Normally he is eating approximately 55 kilos of food per day. Among them preferred foods that are given for training, which are carrots and lettuce. Open.
Ven acá. Abre. Toco. Toco. Bien hecho.
Well done. Very good. With them we also use focalizers. A focalizer is something that focuses the animal's attention on something. In this case it is a target that is like it can be anything, it's a rod. With a ball, or something that resembles something that he likes, this resembles an apple, a watermelon, and what he does is, by focusing his attention what he does is to touch with his nose. By touching with his nose, we can guide him to different points that we need. When they need to clean the enclosure, we bring him to this side, or we take him to the side over there, if they need to clean this part, and then we give him a reinforcement. Because he attended to the order that we wanted to.
Toca así.
Give him.
Toca
Play
así.
here.
Muy
Very
bien
well
hecho.
done. On the back side, there are two pools, one of water and one of mud. Normally hippos usually swim most of the day. They stay underwater, and also to cool off they are also in the mud. So this is also a reinforcement for them, so that when the sun is shining, they can have their water and mud pools available all day long. Even if they are very territorial, he lives with two other animals, a peacock, two neeks, and nevertheless, if they do not interfere with his food, all of them can also live together. For them the activities we have, the environmental enrichment part, which we will talk about later. Well, for him, we make ice cream. He has a log game in the back, which is like a mobile where he can bite all the logs. In the water he also has different logs, where he can play with them. Spin around, bounce, throw himself. He also has mobiles, games with fruits, so that he does not feel bored, and does not begin to feel stressed, because he is not in his environment, so to speak. We try to resemble all the conditions of the environment, as they are naturally, the water part, the part of other animals living with him. Below, the part of other animals living with him, and the part of all the games, trees, plants, rocks that we have for him. so that he can demonstrate his natural behaviors, without the need to. Well, he came here. Down, about 3 years ago, because it was a relocation when it was very small, Because of all the hippopotamuses that are in the middle Magdalena, which is causing us a problem at the moment. Before it was, 1, 2 individuals, 3, but at the moment, they found the optimum conditions to reproduce, and now there are approximately 90 individuals, all over the Magdalena, which is causing them to kill our native fauna. Why? Because they, as I said, are underwater all the time, most of the day, so they defecate in the water, they reproduce in the water, and with their feces, they are affecting the whole ecosystem. Besides, as they are so territorial animals, they displace many species that are there, or even kill them. However, we also support their relocation, which are sterilizations. The idea is not to generate reproduction, but to generate awareness of all the individuals that we have, and that need to be relocated, and we do not have the space to have 2 individuals of the same species. They are also very fast, even if they are seen as a chubby animal, which seems to weigh a lot. And they don't run, they can even attack people. They are the animals that cause the most deaths in the world. And they tend to have sometimes anxious behaviors of anxiety. They have, if they are not given a meal at their schedule, they already know their feeding schedules, their training schedules. If they are not given that time, they become anxious. They start to fight, and if not, they do not want to train, and then they end up with all the behavior. And this was all with our hippopotamus. I invite all of you to come and visit us at the foundation. We have many animals, a lot of space that you can walk around, animals that you can see how they are cared for. And I invite you to come and enjoy the landscape, enjoy all this cloud forest, and enjoy all the animals that are here.